When you close your eyes and envision the unattainable, do you feel an inherent drive to rise above the constraints of the present and explore the possibilities beyond? The bold concept of transcending our physical limitations ignites a spark within the courageous individual. You have been advised that this is not a viable option and that the idea should be dismissed. Nevertheless, there is a persistent and courageous impulse at work within you. This is the essence of human defiance against the seemingly insurmountable, against those who set the limits of what can be achieved. Despite the prevailing opinion that this was an impossible task, we are pleased to report that we have succeeded in our objective. The vortex of consciousness represents an enigmatic force that defies the gravitational pull of mundane reality. It is important to understand that consciousness is the foundation upon which all matter is built. It is not a passive entity, rather, it is dynamic and actively participates in the creation of your reality. Each thought and each instance of mental energy contributes to the composition of your physical existence. Please consider the implications. Your daily frustrations, your joys, and your deepest fears are more than fleeting emotions. They are the architects of your world, meticulously shaping the physical conditions around you with a precision that challenges the notion of randomness. This understanding elevates consciousness from a mere byproduct of the brain to a fundamental force, as crucial as gravity in its ability to influence the cosmos. However, this power also presents certain challenges. The collective consciousness can create a density and heaviness that can anchor you in a sea of limiting beliefs. These beliefs, shaped by personal and societal conditioning, exert a gravitational pull that influences perceptions and experiences. Your objective is to navigate this density, identify the influence of outmoded doctrines, and transcend them. This is a significant challenge. It requires vigilance and clarity to identify how collective narratives shape your personal reality, and to consciously choose which beliefs serve your growth and which should be discarded. The process of disentangling oneself from these dense, often invisible networks of belief is akin to redefining gravity itself. It necessitates a realignment of one's cognitive framework and a recalibration of one's existential gravity. By actively engaging with your own consciousness and questioning and refining your beliefs, you can begin to reduce the impact of collective density. This act of mental and spiritual defiance allows you to break free from the constraints that limit your potential and understanding of the universe. It is crucial to accept this knowledge as it marks the beginning of a significant transformation process. It is important to remember that, in the context of consciousness, you occupy both the role of the created and the creator. Your beliefs influence the world, and the world similarly influences your beliefs. To move beyond the limitations of a conventional existence, it is essential to adopt a perceptive approach that is open, curious, and free from hasty conclusions. In contrast, judgment represents a form of closure. It impedes comprehension and hinders further investigation, confining you to the limitations of outmoded beliefs and biases. Please consider the following. Each moment provides an opportunity to view the world in a new light, and to engage with each experience without the influence of past conclusions. This approach does not merely alter one's comprehension of events, it transforms them. When you choose to perceive rather than judge, you engage with the world as a participant in a grand exploration, where every interaction is an opportunity to expand your horizons and deepen your connection with the universe. This shift from judgment to perception allows you to identify opportunities that were previously unknown, leading to pathways that extend beyond the physical and into realms of greater depth and meaning. Furthermore, the deliberate decision to prioritize love over materialistic gains, what I refer to as love over gold, is an effective demonstration of prioritizing perception over judgment. In this context, love is not merely an emotion, it is a state of awareness that perceives the interconnectedness of all things. It acknowledges that material gain is a prerequisite for physical survival, but that it does not necessarily enhance one's spiritual or emotional well-being. Prioritizing love over material gain is a profound act of insight. It signifies that the essence of life is not found in material possessions, but in the values and relationships that enrich our hearts. In practical terms, when faced with decisions, it is advisable to consider whether the chosen path will enhance one's capacity to love, connect, and understand. Or does it merely promise the illusion of security, a golden shackle that binds me to the superficial? When applied consistently, this practice cultivates a rich life of experiences and relationships, rather than possessions, paving the way for a fuller, more spiritually aligned existence. By adopting a more perceptive approach, you can begin to dismantle the ego's defenses, layer by layer, until the soul's true nature is revealed in all its luminescent glory. Furthermore, the principles of gravity and entropy influence the anchoring and decay of matter. However, within this cosmic system, there is a less prominent yet significant phenomenon, the subtle yet profound forces of levity and nigentropy. These are the forces that counter the downward pull and the decay, that establish an order, that elevate and renew. With the knowledge to harness these forces, you can leverage them to achieve remarkable growth and transformation. The 9 muses of creativity, as described by the ancients, offer a metaphor for the wings you can use to propel your soul to sublime heights. Levity is not merely a state of being, it is a quality that goes beyond the concept of lightness. It is an upward force that counters gravity. It is not only present in the physical realm, but also within the metaphysical, where it affects the spirit and the mind. Consider levity as an inspiring, uplifting force that can elevate your thoughts from the mundane to the magnificent, from the heavy to the heavenly. It is this force that you must seek and foster within yourself. By developing a sense of levity, you can free yourself from the burdens that hinder progress and allow your spirit to flourish. In contrast, nigentropy represents the antithesis of entropy. Entropy is associated with chaos and decline. In contrast, nigentropy represents the principle of order and renewal. It is the organizational force that transforms scattered thoughts into a coherent vision and disparate spirits into a unified will. To harness nigentropy in your professional life, align your actions with a purpose that reverses the disarray around you. This will turn confusion into clarity and discord into harmony. It is the architect of resilience and the builder of bridges across the tumultuous seas of chaos. To leverage these forces, it is essential to tune into the sound of the earth, the deep, resonant tone that resonates with the wisdom of the ages. This sound is not audible to the human ear, rather, it is perceived by the soul. It necessitates a profound level of attentiveness, a meditative alignment with the rhythms of nature and the pulses of life. In this context, you can identify the elements that align with the creative forces that drive innovation, art, and transformation. At the core of this transformative process is the power of unconditional love. This force is so profound and potent that it can activate what is known as junk DNA. This refers to the dormant codes within the genome that were previously dismissed by scientists as useless. However, they are now understood to hold the keys to a vast reservoir of human potential. This is not mere conjecture, it is a gateway to a new realm of existence where love is not merely an emotion, but a catalyst for transformation. The concept of unconditional love. It is a frequency that is pure, boundless, and without expectation. It serves as a resonance that is aligned with the deeper structures of the human being, vibrating with the hidden strands of the DNA. It is a force that frees and elevates, that heals and harmonizes. When you embody and express this kind of love, you have a positive impact on the environment around you. You initiate a profound internal transformation. Each act of genuine kindness and each moment of unconditional love has a profound impact on the very core of your biology. It encourages growth, fosters renewal, and activates those parts of your genetic heritage that have lain silent for generations. The concept of the number 9, often regarded as divine, is of significant importance in this process. In numerous spiritual traditions, the number 9 is regarded as a symbol of completeness and enlightenment, representing the pinnacle of spiritual and physical ascension. The number 9 represents the entire cosmos, symbolizing a spiral movement outward and upward that encompasses all aspects of existence. The incorporation of the concept of 9 in this context is not arbitrary, but rather serves a profound symbolic purpose. It represents the comprehensive activation of human capabilities through the power of love, encompassing all levels of being, including physical, emotional, spiritual, and beyond. To unleash this profound potential, begin by cultivating a state of unconditional love in your daily interactions. View others not as disparate entities, but as manifestations of your own life force, interconnected by the intangible bonds of existence. In all your actions, strive to be guided by compassion and empathy, rather than judgment or expectation. As a result of following this process, you will notice a subtle but significant shift in your own mindset. This is a catalyst for growth, enabling you to make significant strides in your spiritual and evolutionary journey. Furthermore, incorporate a daily meditation practice focused on the heart center, envisioning it as a radiant sun that emits rays of unconditional love. Envision this love extending to all beings, healing wounds, and awakening dormant potential, not only in others, but within yourself. This practice not only aligns you with the divine aspects of the number 9, but also activates the deepest, most sacred parts of your being, paving the way for a transformation that is as profound as it is divine. The journey to unlocking the power of unconditional love is both a return and an ascent. It is a return to the purest essence of your humanity and an ascent to the limitless potential of your divinity. Embrace this journey wholeheartedly, as it promises to elevate your existence to new levels of joy and capability. As you gain new abilities and insights, remember this vital chapter, which serves as both a shield and a compass. In the context of elevated existence, where you navigate the ethers of potential and reality, maintaining the purity of your intention is not merely advisable, it is essential. This purity serves as the guiding principle for your journey, ensuring that your actions remain aligned with your core values and purpose. The first piece of advice I would like to offer is to ensure that the act of flying remains grounded in your heart, rather than your intellect. The heart is where compassion, empathy, and unconditional love reside, qualities that fuel your ascent with grace and purpose. When the act of flight is no longer guided by the heart, but rather by the head, it becomes a mechanical process, devoid of its intrinsic sacredness and susceptible to the influence of the ego. This shift from a heart-centered to a head-centered approach can be subtle. This shift in perspective typically occurs when individuals begin to view their abilities as tools for personal gain, rather than as a means of contributing to collective upliftment. This presents a significant risk. The head, governed by rationality and self-interest, can lead to misguided decisions, potentially undermining your efforts to achieve a higher level of success. Consider the myth of Icarus, which offers insights into enduring aspects of the human experience. Icarus, with wings crafted by his father Didymus, was advised to avoid flying too close to the sun. However, in his enthusiasm, he neglected to heed the advice and continued to ascend, driven by pride and the excitement of his abilities. His unfortunate demise, caused by the melting wax of his wings, serves as a stark reminder. The sun, a powerful symbol of truth and authority, can have a detrimental impact on those who misuse or neglect its wisdom. This allegory is not merely about the physical act of flying too high, it is also about the metaphorical risk of overreaching and pushing beyond moral and ethical boundaries in the pursuit of knowledge or power. At the boundary between night and day, when the world is hushed, a sacred window of opportunity exists. This is known as the Brahma Muhurta. This period, approximately 90 minutes before sunrise, is regarded as an optimal time for ascension by both ancient wisdom traditions and modern seekers alike. Not in the physical sense, but in a deeply spiritual manner. This is the period when the distinction between the temporal and the eternal is at its narrowest. It is a time when the distractions of the day are stilled, and the mind is open and receptive to the guidance of the divine. During Brahma Muhurta, the world displays a subtle vitality, offering a rejuvenating and clarifying effect on both body and mind. This period is distinguished by a distinctive quality of stillness and serenity, which facilitates meditation, prayer, and introspection, enabling individuals to achieve a state of heightened consciousness. The atmosphere is imbued with not only the subtle sounds of nature awakening, but also with the concentrated energy of renewal and possibility. The universe appears to be taking a deep breath, gathering energy to launch the sun above the horizon. In this cosmic rhythm, you can align with the deeper patterns of life. To greet this mystical hour, one must exercise discipline and a deliberate intention to transition from the comfort of slumber into the cool, crisp atmosphere of the day's early hours. Those who respond to this invitation find that the effort to greet the dawn is rewarded in numerous ways. In these early morning hours, your mind is free from the clutter of daily concerns and the inertia of midday lethargy, allowing for a clarity and depth that is not attainable later in the day. The solitude and peace facilitate a connection with your inner self, enabling you to listen attentively to your thoughts and feelings and to engage with the divine forces that pervade the cosmos. Furthermore, this period is not only conducive to spiritual growth, but also to establishing the tone for the day ahead. The insights gained, the peace encountered, and the intentions set during Brahma Muhurta have a carry-forward effect into the daylight hours, influencing how you interact with the world around you. You bring the calm and clarity from your morning meditation into your daily tasks, treating your interactions with compassion and your challenges with patience. I therefore encourage you to rise at the designated time and embark on a journey of self-discovery and divine connection. This is an opportunity to exceed the boundaries of earthly constraints and connect with the fundamental essence of existence. The initial stages of liberation from the physical realm can be found within the depths of your dreams, where the art of transcending the tangible is first experienced. The phenomenon of lucid dreaming, in which he dreamer becomes aware that they are dreaming, represents a crucial step in this exploration. In this lucid state, you have the potential to consciously navigate the dream world. This awareness is comparable to discovering a concealed pathway within a thick forest. Once discovered, it allows you to explore realms of existence that lie beyond passive dreaming, offering control and intentionality in a landscape typically governed by the chaotic subconscious. In this heightened state, the act of flying becomes a deliberate choice, a willed movement that overcomes the limitations of sleep-induced illusions. The concept of astral travel, or the out-of-body experience, further extends this idea by suggesting a separation of consciousness from the physical form. It is as if you were to shed your earthly form to soar in a more ethereal body across dimensions that the waking mind struggles to comprehend. This experience is more than a mere escape, it is an expansion, a thinning of the veil between the physical and the metaphysical. It provides profound insights into the nature of your existence and the universe. By engaging in astral travel, you can gain access to a reality that is typically veiled by the limits of your sensory perceptions. This allows you to explore a plane of existence that is as real as it is mysterious. You may be curious as to how these experiences affect your daily life. Each flight in the dream world provides the foundation for a more comprehensive understanding of freedom and capability, imparting valuable lessons in control, perception, and the power of thought. These lessons, when applied in waking life, have the potential to alter not just one's self-perception, but also one's interactions with the world. They foster a profound awareness that the perceived boundaries around us are frequently self-imposed, shaped more by belief than by immutable natural laws. I therefore urge you to cultivate the art of dreaming your flying. It is important to engage with your dreams actively. It is recommended that you prepare your mind each night as you would for a journey. It is recommended that you maintain a dream journal, conduct reality checks during the day, and meditate on your intention to remember and control your dreams. Mastering the art of sensory integration is comparable to acquiring a new language. Unlike verbal communication, this language is expressed through the full spectrum of sensory experiences. This dreamscape offers a distinctive chance to redefine the conventional roles of the senses, to fuse and adapt them in ways that transcend the limitations of ordinary waking life. This alchemy of the senses is not merely a novel concept. It is a powerful tool that can enhance your ability to navigate the dreamscape and beyond. It may be beneficial to consider the possibility of perceiving through the nasal passages or auditory sensations through the visual field. This could potentially involve sensory crosstalk that challenges the conventional understanding of how the body is expected to function. This unconventional approach provides a gateway to a more holistic perception of the dream world. This approach allows for a more immersive and interconnected experience, enhancing navigational abilities within the dreamscape and providing deeper insight into its symbolic language. To achieve this sensory integration, it is first necessary to develop heightened awareness and intentionality in your waking life. To begin, focus on one sense at a time. For instance, it is advisable to listen attentively to the world around you. Next, close your eyes and attempt to map out your surroundings based solely on auditory input. Conduct similar exercises with other senses. After a rainstorm, take a moment to appreciate the unique aroma of the air. Grasp the bark of a tree and mentally map its complex patterns. Take a moment to inhale the pages of an old book and gain insight into its historical significance. These exercises are not merely practices in mindfulness. Such exercises serve as rehearsals for the dream state, wherein enhanced synergy and creativity will be required of the senses. As you integrate these practices into your sleep routine, begin each night by setting a clear intention to recall and integrate your sensory experiences within your dreams. As you transition into sleep, employ visualization techniques. Imagine yourself soaring through the air, not merely with the liberty of movement, but with your full range of senses engaged. Envision the colors of the sky, the sound of the wind against your face, the scent of the clouds, and the texture of the light around you. This multi-sensory approach to dreams has the additional benefit of enhancing the quality of your nocturnal experiences. This approach trains the mind to perceive and think in more holistic, integrated ways, even during waking hours. It encourages a fluidity of thought and perception that can enhance creativity, problem solving, and emotional intelligence, which are all valuable assets in any business environment. Integrating all senses into one coherent experience in dreams not only enhances your capacity for flying in the dream world but also deepens your engagement with the waking world. This practice of sensory integration demonstrates that limitations are frequently self-imposed and that with imagination and practice, one can expand not only how they dream but also how they perceive and interact with all of reality. Embrace this journey of sensory exploration, as it offers the potential to enhance your understanding of both your dreams and your waking life, integrating them in a dynamic and multifaceted manner. As you navigate these new and expanded possibilities, it is important to remain alert and aware. Avoid the pitfalls of pride and overconfidence. It is important to regularly examine your intentions to ensure they remain pure and aligned with the greater good. Engage in practices that ground you, SUC, as meditation, community service, or simple acts of kindness, to prevent your abilities from disconnecting you from the humbling essence of human experience. Use your powers with a heart anchored in humility and hands ready to serve. Let this guidance be your safeguard, ensuring that your flight remains not only high, but holy. A journey that honors the sacred trust bestowed upon you as you step into the unlit expanses of your true potential.